So seeing some pretty heavy downpours at Narcoossee, St. Cloud. This is the one batch that I've been tracking that's really been packing the heaviest amount of rain in the last 30 minutes or so. But then we are watching a couple more scattered showers now finally approaching you guys in Brevard County. But that's going to be the overall trend over the next couple of hours as the sea breezes will continue to kick up into the afternoon. It's going to continue to add whatever instability is still there. It's going to use it to fire up another round of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. We'll be pinpointing the timing of the rain for later on today, as well as look at how the weather pattern is shaping up for the weekend coming up in minutes.
Candace, thank you. Now to a deadly shooting early this morning. 2 Orlando police officers shot and killed a man after they say he charged at them with a pair of scissors. The shooting took place while the officers were responding to another call near UCF's downtown campus in the Creative Village. News 6's Mark Lehman has the very latest on the investigation.
The investigation was focused down this stretch of Chatham Avenue after Orlando police say they were forced to open fire on a man earlier this morning. As detectives have been piecing everything together, we're hearing from neighbors and learning more about the man who was killed.
Very scary. And at the same time, it's sad.
People living in Orlando's Creative Village woke up to a big presence from law enforcement. It's where police say a sudden confrontation led to a deadly response.
You know, I come down here every morning to walk my dog, and I see this happening. It's kind of concerning.
Officers were first called around 3:40 Friday morning for a dispute involving roommates, but when arriving, they say a man not connected to the call attacked them unprovoked. According to police, he appeared to be sleeping in Luminary Green Park and charged at them with a pair of scissors.
Our officers gave commands for the suspect to drop the weapon. However, the suspect refused to obey their commands and continued to come and advance towards our officers.
2 officers opened fire, killing the man who was in his 40s. Police also say he had a criminal history with prior arrests involving burglary with assault, grand theft, and possession of meth.
It's pretty shocking because honestly, I moved here a couple of months ago, and I moved because of the security of the building.
Rafael Melendez lives next door and says he's noticed a rise in homeless people outside his building.
I have seen more people after 10:30, 11 p.m. staying on this park already.
Melendez says the whole situation has him worried about his family's safety and hopes it will lead to an increase in security.
I would say if more cops come over at 9 and they patrol, it might be a little bit better space for us, you know.
As for the officers who were involved in this shooting, we're told they were not injured and they have been placed on administrative leave, which is standard as the FDLE investigates. In Orlando, Mark Lehman, News 6.
New at noon, the man accused of killing a Boone High School student is now requesting a trial. This is significant because DeAndre Florence was supposed to have a plea hearing this morning, but never showed up to court. In 2018, 15-year-old Alejandro Vargas Martinez was shot and killed on his way to school. Florence, who was 18 at the time, was a suspect in the case since the beginning, but was not arrested until 2 years ago. Florence's attorney spoke after the hearing.
Mr. Florence wants to have a trial in this matter, so it's scheduled for pretrial conference in the middle of September, and we'll go from there.
Florence was also charged in a series of other crimes at the time, including burglaries and car thefts. In 2020, Florence was found guilty of burglary and grand theft. In Orlando, another super speeder was arrested, charged with going double the speed limit. It happened Thursday morning on the 417 at Lake Nona. The Orange County Sheriff's Office says 43-year-old Jordan Vactor was driving 140 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. The reason for speeding, he said, he was running late for work. Vactor was charged with dangerous excessive speeding and is being held on a $500 bond. Palm Bay police are ramping up their presence at Southwest Middle School. It comes after someone reported through the Fortify Florida app a student made a threat of violence. That student is now suspended until an investigation is complete. Police say charges against the student are also pending. 32 people arrested in Polk County following a lengthy investigation into drug trafficking. The sheriff's office revealed the arrest today as part of Operation Capital City Crackdown, a year-long investigation of illegal drug trafficking. The sheriff says a 65-year-old woman was killed by drugs sold by one of the suspects.
People continue to tell you that drugs are low-level and nonviolent. They're anything but low-level and nonviolent. Where you see $50,000 in drip, where you see, that not so dangerous drug of cannabis, you see guns.
So the chain the sheriff was referencing belonged to one of the suspects leading the ring. It is suspected the drug trafficking organization was based out of Bartow. Race weekend is getting underway in Daytona Beach. Tonight, the NASCAR Xfinity Series takes the track, and tomorrow night, the Cup Series race under the lights at the Coke Zero Sugar 400. News 6 Volusia County community correspondent Angie Casada is outside the Speedway to see the excitement up close.
Fans have been pouring in. We even saw some RVs parked here yesterday, ready for the weekend. But beyond racing, this event is an economic driver in this area when it comes to hotels to restaurants. It's a weekend many fans wait for all year, the Coke Zero Sugar 400 in Daytona.
I love it. It's excitement, it's energy, I love the noise, the sound of the cars, the intensity. And it's not just about the action on the track. The annual race will also keep the area busy, which is always good for business.
This is such a bright spot in this community. We look forward to this race every year. It's been this weekend in August several years now, and it really builds this weekend. So think in terms of all of your favorite businesses, attractions and restaurants and hotels. It's a huge economic pop. 2 days of racing, the entire world looking at us. It's amazing.
After initial worries about Hurricane Erin, final bookings surged once the storm moved away. Now hotels are full and the energy is back. And as the green flag waves this weekend, the city of Daytona Beach is already a winner. Tonight's Xfinity Series race starts at 7:30. Then tomorrow night, the Cup Series takes off right here under the lights. Of course, we'll be bringing you all of the highlights throughout the weekend on air and on clickorlando.com. Reporting in Daytona Beach, I'm your Volusia County community correspondent Angie Casada, News 6.
Wall Street soared this morning following a speech from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, where he signaled an interest rate cut, the first of this year, could come in September. It comes amid President Trump's ongoing criticism of the Fed. CBS's Natalie Brand has the latest from the White House.
In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside, a challenging situation.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell used Friday's speech to signal the central bank is open to cutting interest rates ahead of its next decision in September.
The baseline outlook and the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance.
Powell, whose term as chair expires next May, has faced intense pressure from President Trump to lower interest rates. He spoke today about continued economic uncertainty over the administration's immigration and tariff policies.
This year, the economy has faced new challenges. Significantly higher tariffs across our trading partners are remaking the global trading system. Tighter immigration policy has led to an abrupt slowdown in labor force growth.
President Trump backed off previous threats to fire Powell, but is now targeting another Fed board member, Lisa Cook.
What she did was bad, so I'll fire her if she doesn't resign.
Cook was appointed to the Fed's Board of Governors by former President Biden. This week, a Trump administration official accused her of mortgage fraud and called for an investigation. In a statement, Cook says she has no intention of stepping down. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
It is time to make those weekend plans, and we have some great indoor and outdoor options for you. Up next, we'll tell you 6 things to do across Central Florida. Here's another live look at that rain coming down on the 417 near the Boggy Creek Toll Plaza. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan here at the German American Society Club, where Wine Fest will be happening on Saturday. Think good food, dancing, and
of course, wine.
Wine, of course. I spoke to the president, Linda Rosell, about what you can expect.
So every event we have here is dinner, dancing, live band. We have 1 hour of the wine fountain. They're set up over there right now, and people just come up with their glass and fill it, and we're featuring German wines, of course, and we have an array of German wines also at our full bar.
The event is open to the public, but tickets must be purchased online. Trek to Orlando is happening this weekend at the DoubleTree Universal Orlando Hotel. Join some of your Star Trek favorites for a great indoor event to beat the heat. Check out the Summer Send-Off event, adults only night at the Orlando Science Center this Saturday. Enjoy comedy, improv, music, exhibits, experiments, and live performances. Join the International Festival at Buenaventura Lakes Library in Kissimmee on Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. Enjoy food, activities, and iconic architectural masterpieces. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the NASCAR Cup Series this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Showers are possible, so be sure to have your rain gear nearby. Celebrate origami in the garden this Saturday at Lou Gardens from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Enjoy creative performances and activities, all included with admission. It'll be hot with scattered showers and thunderstorms around, so if you are attending an indoor event, that's your best bet. But if you are heading outside, don't forget the sunscreen. Now, if you have a fun event happening next weekend, let me know. I've been getting so many events sent my way, and I've already featured a few of them. So you can head over to our News 6 app or clickorlando.com. Just click Contact Us.
All right, let's turn into your forecast now. It is 12:15. This is a live look from our Launch Credit Union camera out there in Brevard County. Man, those clouds building. And Candace, the radar has already been rocking in a lot of spots today.
Yeah, it's really lit up this afternoon, and will continue to kind of stay that way throughout at least the early evening. So just do be aware if you have some outdoor plans. We're going to have a little bit of a lull, and then as we start seeing a bit more sunshine, it'll heat back up. And then the sea breezes will actually start going and start pushing from west to east. Let's take you here, kind of county by county. New Smyrna down through Oak Hill, Allenhurst, areas far south as Mims. Also seeing some of those heavier downpours. Don't forget that News 6 weather app. It's really a great tool to also alert you before the rain gets there and before the lightning is nearby. You can see down through Christmas and Bithlow, we are watching a cluster of lightning, some pretty heavy downpours right along the 528, almost kind of blinding sheets of rain at this point. A little further south, just kind of South Orange, northern Osceola County, the county line there just north of Narcoossee down through St. Cloud, down through Harmony, also seeing some really heavy downpours. And now we are finally starting to see a little bit more rain starting to inch its way towards Brevard County at this point. That whatever scattered showers we're picking up right now could be impacting Indian Harbor Beach down through Palm Bay in the next 30 to 45 minutes. All right, look how different the shot has changed just within the last 15 minutes. You can see some of those downpours down to the south of Daytona Beach, but look at that. There is still plenty of people out there along the beaches kind of enjoying that day. Just do be aware, lightning can travel outwards about 10 miles. So if you're starting to hear that thunder or even see a lightning strike, that's when it's time to go inside and wait 30 minutes after the last thunder to know it's safe to go back out. Notice the temperatures though, rain cooled air currently at the Orlando International Airport. We're at 76 degrees, but areas like right here in Daytona Beach where we haven't seen any rain, or in Melbourne, look at those temperatures still nearing 90 degrees. We're going to continue to track this big shift in our weather pattern. So temperatures today should be staying near normal. Where we're not seeing the rain, things are heating up, but we will start to see more rain this afternoon. Our coverage will continue at about 70%. So again, the overall setup is we basically have here kind of a front just to our north. That's going to be pumping in all that humidity and moisture coming in out of the south and west, and that is going to be pinning most of the activity from west, and then seeing some strong storms once again across our eastern zones. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for your Friday.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
92 is our high today, which is right where we should be for this time of the year. That chance of rain continuing. Now, as of the last update here, The 12 o'clock is a little delayed. It's still showing a lot of rain by about 3, so I do think that this is kind of what we're dealing with right now. That's what the models are picking up. So it does look like we could have another little wave of action this afternoon. And then again on Saturday, scattered showers and thunderstorms will once again be kind of the garden variety sea breeze storms that will have that potential becoming strong to severe with another round come Sunday afternoon. Speaking of the weekend, the Coke Zero Sugar 400, you just heard Michelle there talk about it. We are watching for an increasing chance for rain before the race gets going, so maybe a rain delay, unfortunately, but it's that time of the year, right? Quick check on the tropics. This is this time of the year where we are watching several different areas. We have our next one with a high chance could become our next named storm as early as today or the weekend. That's expected to turn to the north. As of now, no big tropical concerns, but certainly keeping your eyes to the sky all weekend long as some of those storms could get pretty gnarly.
Candace, thank you. Thousands of Mitsubishis are being recalled. After the break, we'll tell you why and which models are affected. Plus, traveling for the upcoming Labor Day weekend may be a little easier on your wallet. We'll break down the numbers for you coming up. Mitsubishi is recalling more than 90,000 vehicles. The recall is for a problem with the liftgate gas spring cylinders that could cause the liftgate to fall unexpectedly. Dealerships will replace the springs for free. This affects Outlanders made from 2014 to 2020 and Outlander hybrids from 2018 to 2022. You can check your VIN on the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website to see if your car is included. Taking one last trip before summer officially ends might be a little bit easier on your wallet. AAA says if you want to fly, domestic round-trip flights are 6% cheaper than they were this time last year. National hotel rates are down 11%, with car rental prices 3% lower. Booking data shows the most popular U.S. destinations for the upcoming Labor Day weekend include Seattle, New York City, and of course, Orlando. People planning to drive to their Labor Day destinations are also getting a little bit of a financial break. Prices at the pump have fallen to a low not seen since the summer of 2021. A little more than a year later, The Jungle Book from Modern Theatricals is returning to downtown Orlando. This story strays away from what you'd expect. In this sequel, expanding on the classic tale, Shere Khan the tiger and Mora the peacock takes center stage. You can expect to see intricate masks, life-size puppets, circus art, and Bollywood dancers. Donald Spencer is the director behind the show and spoke about its unique experience.
The show was designed, created, and all of the products were created by Florida artisans and local artisans. And it's something to be very proud of that we have that kind of talent in this city. And it's a love letter to Orlando to show them what we have, including the cast. So it's just a really cool show to see all of this in one, and you don't rarely see it in a local production.
The show will be inside the Alexis and Jim Pugh Theater at the Dr. Phillips Center September 4th through the 6th. That looks absolutely beautiful.
I'm like enthralled by it.
I know.
All the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, some indoor options throughout the afternoon, probably through the weekend too. I know we have the big race on Saturday. Could see some rain delays as the rain is expected right before race time there. But notice temperatures though back to where they should be for this time of the year. An earlier start to the rain tends to keep temperatures like that. But make sure to stay tuned. News 6 and of course clickorlando.com.
Okay, switch over right now to the News 6 Plus streaming app or clickorlando.com.